I need $100,000. You ask Hannah for the money?
I would rather shoot myself in the forehead than ask Hannah for anything.
Tuesdays. He's got all the power and all the money.
Time is running out.
There's something about him that I don't trust.
There are only 2 episodes left until the fatal series finale.
You know he's gonna come after you hard.
But the Tyler Perry twists and turns start now.
Wait,
What are you doing here?
what did you do? You thought you killed me.
The Haves and the Have-Nots, Tuesdays, 8/7 Central.
All right, haves and have-not fans. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. The only real thing worth talking about in the trailer happened at the very end, but we'll get to that soon enough. You just saw the trailer for next week's episode, Season 9, Episode 6, entitled Trespassing, airing July 6th. So, before going forward, please take a moment to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. You just saw the actual trailer, but I'll also be discussing the end credit scenes we saw during last night's episode. So we start off with David telling Jim that Mama Rose has retired. Vinny is the new person in charge, so he can't go after Candace just yet. And then there's another scene where Jim is saying that he needs $100,000, but he'd rather shoot himself in the forehead before asking Hannah for anything. 2 things to say about that. I'd rather shoot myself in the forehead than ask Hannah for anything. Could that be foreshadowing of how Jim dies? Also, Vinny was pretty much bigging up the connection between David, Jim, and the Malones and all they've done for each other. So there's a potential chance that the opportunity will come about soon enough and the Malones will go after Candace on Jim's behalf, or Jim asks for a favor, or perhaps that's why he needs the $100,000 to go after Benny and, Candace. I don't know yet for sure, but Jim has been saying he needed $100,000 for a while now, probably so he can go out and do his own thing. He won't have to stay at that house anymore. He'll go somewhere else. Obviously not to give the money to Celine, but we'll just have to wait and see. So we also got Catherine on the phone with Jim saying that Wyatt is at his loft, and then Jim's like, yeah, the one you're supposed to sell. Remember, Catherine put it off the market because Broderick was staying there. So Catherine's like, you need to go over there and see what's going on. Hannah actually gets to the loft and sees Broderick there. And remember, Catherine asked her to go check in the last episode. Broderick was supposed to be gone, but he says, I'm not leaving. And then Jim walks in asking what's going on. And the last time Jim met up with Broderick, pretty much grabbed him by the balls and let him know who's the man in the hotel. But with Jim only having one hand now, it's kind of, weird. But I don't know. Maybe he'll arrange for Broderick to be killed. Who knows? This is Jim we're talking about here. Leo, the security guard over at David's place, tells Madison that a friend of Jeffrey's there, Wyatt, and Madison is seeing Wyatt. And remember the last time they saw each other, he escaped the jail, the hospital, which has me thinking, why the hell aren't there police or somebody looking for Wyatt? Because he assaulted a hospital employee, raided the medicine room, and he's an escaped prisoner. Tyler Perry logic, people. But Madison wants him gone. Leo asks Wyatt to leave, and then Wyatt decides to charge Leo, and they start to fight. He's probably going to die in this episode. Wyatt, not Leo. Then we also get a brief scene of Jeffrey telling David that there's something he doesn't trust about, I'm guessing, Tanner. Let's see here. Benny is over at Rihanna's. He's kind of gesturing for her to come over to where he's sitting on the couch. Rihanna's like, I'm not having sex with you. Then they're kissing, and then they're having sex. And she reminds Benny that Sandy's going to come after him hard. And Benny's like, I'm not worried. Again, underestimating the Malones, and he's most likely going to die soon. We got Candace asleep. Well, actually, no. It looks like we have Candace calling Charles on the phone. I guess that's what's happening there, because there are a lot of cutaways of what? Hello? But then we also, she could be calling Mitch, though, because there's a later scene where she's in that black jacket in the Malone bar. Remember from the initial trailer from the season, where both Mitch and Candace are being dragged away from each other. So the Malones are probably going after Candace at that point. But Candace is asleep. Somebody opens the door. And I thought that, just looking at the end credit trailer before the real trailer, I told my mom, it's probably Mitch showing up all beaten and bruised and whatnot. But no, it's Oscar, and he says, "You thought you killed me." And that was the money shot of the trailer, Trespassing. So with that being said, you know, trespassing could refer to Wyatt, it could refer to Broderick, it could refer to, you know, Candace on Malone property, who knows. But overall, the trailer itself has me going, wow. And no, Veronica was nowhere to be seen. But with that being said, that's really all I have to say about next week's episode trailer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, if you have any questions or concerns or any topics, feel free to reach out to me on social media, specifically Instagram or Twitter. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.